I'm trying to remember. Oh, well, this wasn't really a dream. This was like this really creepy thing that happened.
It actually
Like,
happened in real life?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
What's it called? So when I was younger, right? My mom would always be working, so usually it would all, and I would like be in her room all the time, right? Because like we would like when I was little, I would sleep in the same bed with her, right?
Hmm.
And so she would wake up really early to leave and go to work. So I would wake up early, like pretty early as well. And that time my sister was in high school, and
Hmm.
and I think it was a weekend, and she was in her room, like in the room that I'm in now. This
Hmm.
was her room. So I was just in my bed, just laying there, right? And all of a sudden my sister like goes to like opens the door and then starts talking to me, right?
Hmm.
And like she's like completely awake talking to me normally, and she's like, "Oh, where's mom?" I'm like, "Oh, she's at work." And I was already confused what she was asking because she knows my mom works at this time. I told her that, and then she left to go to the bathroom, and then she goes back to her room, and hold on. No, first of all, I never actually know. She didn't go back to her room. I didn't see her go back to her room. What's it called?
Oh,
I didn't see her go back to her room. So it's called. I went out and then looking for her, or oh no, because before that she had told me, she's like, oh, if you want, if you're not okay over here, you can come to my room and you can sleep in there with me. And I'm like, oh, okay. So when I went to her room and went in there, because
uh,
first of all I never saw her go into her room, but so then I go into her room and I see her in there laying down, and then like she she wakes up from me going to her bed,
uh,
and then she's just like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What?"
no
And she
way.
and I'm like, "What are you?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Oh, what are you?" He's like, "What are you doing in my room?" And I'm like, "You said I could come." He's like, "You went right there and asked her where mom was and everything, and you went to the bathroom." And she's like, "What?" And I'm
What
like,
the hell?
and I'm
Whoa.
like, "What?"
Then he came in his pants. Oh my god, I knew
And then
it.
And yeah, and then I went back to that room, and then I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, I was like,
You started
You
thinking
think
about
Marcy
life.
was just fucking with you?
I don't know, man, because like she was like genuinely asleep, like she looked like she was tired and everything, like she had just woken up.
Have you
I do that
Yeah,
to my little
and
brother. I'll
and
you told
even
her?
fuck
like
him so hard.
I feel like, and I brought it up to her before, and I feel like after all those years she would tell me that she was like like pranking me or something, but she said that she wasn't. And
What
she says
the
she says
hell?
she doesn't even remember it happening, and obviously she wouldn't remember it happening if she wasn't the one that went over there. So I'm like, what the fuck?
No one else was in the house?
No, it was just us two.
Hmm.
That's why it was like, fuck.
Damn.
Bro, I'm gonna
Eric,
try to.
did you see those dreams that I sent you?
Oh man,
Some...
Nah.
the first sentence already has me laughing. I was a street vendor, and a man approached me, and he told me to follow him, but I knew he was gonna kill me. So
Hmm.
so so another street vendor next to me left and came back with a chainsaw, killed him, and as I tried to run away, I was back where I started, and the man told me to follow him again. But this time, he also asked the guy that was next to me. So he took us to his car and left us at a sketchy neighborhood where the other guy left, and there was these gang members that told me they were gonna kill me, and then they stabbed me repeatedly.
Hmm. I wanna rethink of what I said earlier that I have the weirdest dreams.
That was pretty weird. Come on. Alright. Well, I gotta I gotta go to bed, man.
No, you don't.
Damn.
I don't. Well, you know what? Maybe I don't.
Well, the closest thing I've gotten like in real life, is, well, late at night we had all the lights off. You know, just my mom in the living room with her TV, me and my sister in the room using our phones.
Hmm.
And I always, till this day, every time, like when it's nighttime, we always, like I said, we have the lights turned off. I always make
Mhm.
sure the bathroom door is always closed, so when I go in, I don't see a figure in there waiting. That's what I saw this one time. It was open. And I get so
Yeah.
pissed when someone leaves it open, because sometimes I do see something.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I hate
I
waking
saw
up
it,
late to go
and
pee.
I started crying, I started screaming, I ran to my mom and jumped into her
Yeah.
arms.
Oh my god.
Did you know that I sleep in the living room, right? So I have to
Mhm.
walk past two closets where sometimes my
Oh,
sister leaves the doors open, and I'm
yo.
like, fuck, something's gonna jump out of there, right? Then I have to walk to the restroom, which is like me. My house is like it has like a hallway going to the restroom, so I look down the hallway, and I'm just like, fuck that. Maybe I don't have to pee.
That's me sometimes, I can wait.
I could wait.
So the front door of my house, it says to the left, right?
Mhm.
Like all the way to the left. So all the way to the right is my room that I'm in right now. So in front of this room is my mom's room, and then to the left is my brother's room. And in the room in the front of my room that I'm in right now is where we're at. And the door to that room is like it's a pretty heavy door, and like and it's like and like if once when you close it or anything, it keeps closed, right? So basically, I was laying in bed, and I was just on my phone late at night, and like and I just hear like footsteps
Mhm.
outside, right, of the door, and first I already then I'm like, what the fuck? So and then I see the door open, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, and it says it opens, and it opens slowly at first, and then it starts opening, or like it opens pretty fast at first, and then it just keeps opening slowly, and I'm like, and at first already I'm like, what the fuck? And like,
Mhm.
and I turn the flashlight on my phone, and I look there, and I go around it, and there's nobody there. Mm,
Mhm.
And basically, so then I checked everywhere around the house. I checked if the doors were locked, and then like I checked in the bathroom, everything,
You were
and
that
like,
brave enough to go around the
huh?
entire house.
Yes. Look,
I would have not gotten up, man.
Dude, I fucked that.
what am I supposed to do? If there's a person in the house, what am I supposed to do? Just go back to bed and let them kill me?
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's exactly what you're supposed to do.
So I go around and check, and nothing's like no obviously there's nobody there, and like and it's like and so I locked the door to my room, and then there's a closet in the room, like in my mom's room. So and then I checked in there too. It's pretty big, but so I checked in there and looked everywhere, and there was no I found nobody. And then I closed the door, locked it, went back and just went to sleep. And then I asked my siblings, and if they opened the door at all or anything, if they heard anything, and none of them.
What just happened? I think he lagged out. He got kidnapped by the guy that opened the door. Oh, Eric?
Oh. Oh.
Eric's
Oh.
gone.
Lit.
Said too much.
Alright, well, guys, I gotta go. I'll see ya.
Alright,
Alright,
Good night. Stay safe. Don't suck dicks for dinner.
I'm gonna do it. What are you watching?
yeah, what the fuck was that noise?
Alright, I think he left already. Um,
Oh,
the
I
FBI's,
think we just heard. I
FBI's coming
think that
in.
was a charm. FBI, open up!
All right, hello.
This guy.
I thought when I finished, I thought like you guys just didn't say anything, but it
No,
wasn't.
I thought you just got kidnapped as soon as you said that. You said too much.
Oh,
Alright, so you were at the part of like where you were asking your siblings.
oh, Yeah, I was asking my siblings, and then they all said that they didn't hear anything, and like they didn't open the door to look or anything,
Mm.
cause in the room there we have cameras, right?
Uh-huh.
So like sometimes they go into the room to like check the cameras to see if like like where their cars are and everything.
Mhm.
So I thought it was just something like that. They were like maybe they were gonna check and then they just decided not to. So then, but they just left the door open or something.
Mhm.
But then, but no, like none of them tried to open the door at all. So, so to this day, I don't know what it was.
I think you gotta move out.
Well, we've known for a while that this house is haunted.
Hmm. The other siblings have
And
had stuff like this?
yeah.
Hmm.
There's
Oh, yeah, you gotta get out, bro. Same.
this one time that